Hey all, it's me, your hostess Liberty, and today we're doing something a little different to my usual. Recently, the RPG Maker Game Jam was held, and I'm taking part as one of the judging panel. Yay! We talked about it behind the scenes, and it was agreed that streaming or recording our playthroughs of the various entries was allowed. So, I decided that I will record the various entries that I get to play and judge, and present both a video and general summary of each entry to the developers to enjoy. Now, I will not be talking about any part of the scoring process itself on video, only my reactions to the game and any feedback I may think of during the playtime. This means that there may be cuts here and there that you notice because I started going off track, started yapping a bit longer, and need to cut that part out. Anyway, this is as good a statement of intent as any, so let's jump into the game! Hey guys, it's your hostess again, Liberty, and today we're playing Isle of the Beholder. Always dash, always on! Crash reports, okay, cool. Yep, full screen off. Yeah, get that shit out of here. Alright, let's go! Isle of the Beholder. Oh, okay. Alright. Cancel. Accept. Dash. Okay, square to dash. Nice. Open menu, yeah. Alright, it's all pretty basic. Saves automatically. Okay. Ares. There were a lot of stories about an island, quite far from civilization. This island is wrought with storms, sinking any ship that comes near. But if you manage to set foot on the island and enter the lone castle on it, you'll meet someone named the Beholder. No one knows who they are and what they're doing on the cursed island, but stories talk about granting you a wish, or telling you the future. Normally I'd chalk that up to just rumors and sail forth to another city. Fate has a way to screw you for whatever reason it deems. After a long search, I found it. I hope that the answers we seek will be there. We made it, finally. Never thought I'd be so happy touching land. No wonder. How many times did I have to counter a bloody cloud going, "Achoo!" I lost count. Never saw weather this hectic. I guess some rumors are true. You okay, Marina? A little under the weather, but it will pass. You seem to be rather stiff lately. Did something happen? It's fine. Alright. Alright, we have Ares, Sophie, and Marina. Oh, sorry, literally. Ares has this kind of voice. Sophie is going to have this kind of voice. Marina has a more quieter voice. We'll see if I can keep to that. Alright, taunt. Targeting. Okay. So basically confusion. Alright. Sophie? Oh. What are spells? Stances. Prior to his speed and evasion. Okay. Oh. There we go. Options. Okay. Oh, wait. Items? Okay, we do start with some items. That's good. Some games will not let you start with items. Alright, let's go. Let's have a look around. Auto dash, always on. Always on. What the hell? Oh. Alright. Alright. Nice plan. I always wondered what is a pet. Well, you and Marina want a deadly critter as a pet. I just my dearest companion. Okay, these guys are not... Okay, so Alright. TP. TP is what is necessary for skill, destruction, murder, and mayhem. Understandable. Alright, Thundershot? Sure. Nice. Burst? Nope, not enough. Shellbreaker. All damage goes to armor, yellow bar on the VP gauge. May stun the enemy. Strike the enemy with the intent to break their armor. Okay. Well, I mean, there's no armor there, but sure. Alright. More enemies. More death, more destruction. Snarling noise. Oh, what a nice plant. Oh. So they're saying the same thing, I guess. Why do you a Marina? Oh, the SP carries over. That's actually pretty cool. Almost burst time. Let us get a heal on our girl Marina. There you go, Marina. Burst. Get rid of the cockatrice. Nice. Stinger. Okay, that didn't do much. Oh, it confused my dude. Right, Ares got confused. Shellbreaker, sure. I mean, it doesn't have a shell to be broken. We're not getting experience from this, are we? Okay, there's no real reason to fight. The shipment must be shipped in the South City. Quite specific. Okay, so... Gotcha. There's a short paragraph that catches my eye. Shipment is waiting in the southern city. Open sesame. No need to mess around the switch. Okay. 2 shepherds, one from the west and one from the northeast, are planning to exchange some of their livestock. However, they need a way to reach each other. Let each other know when it's safe to come in. Northeast and west. After a bit of thought, they agree on using large torches to signal. If either of these are lit, the path is safe and the other can come in. If neither are lit, then it's not safe. Both torches should not be lit. There's a chance that one of them is to give a false sense of safety. The western shepherd wants to bring some of his livestock to one in the northeast. Excuse you? You didn't need to do that. Just away from the citrus now. What's up with Ares and slimes? Sailor stuff. No need to worry about it. Oh yeah, you don't want slimes in your citrus. Heck no. Citrus is important for sailors. Ow. Jerk. Can't be getting the scurvy. Looky here, 2 crystal of temporal status. Very clever trap. A bit surprising, but at the same time it's not. Curious as to why, however. If I had to guess, it's buying time to prepare for the worst. Good point. Now, what to do with these? Either destroying them or moving them away from the altar, but there might be a problem. Not this again. The crystals, why are they affecting me? This is not the first game where a crystal has affected a character. Interesting. Bloody hell, what was that explosion? Felt like my soul left my body in a violent manner. Did someone throw a liquefied mana fragment? Marina, are you hurt? Say something. I somehow feel fine and not fine at the same time. Did something happen? I felt like something was trying to tear me out and grab the crystals. This certainly can't be good. Can you still walk, Marina? Yeah, give me a bit. Don't push yourself too hard. We don't know what this thing is, but until we find the beholder, you shouldn't strain yourself. Yeah, I know. Okay, so why would it grab the crystals anyway? I can't say for certain. Could it be trying to absorb them? Absorb crystals made of concentrated mana? Sheesh. Mana is already toxic to humans. I can't imagine concentrated mana doing. Can't imagine what it would do to someone. Considering how mana is extracted, I wouldn't blame you. And the writing's a little weird in these shorts. So that map. I have a feeling that a certain script was used for the graphical part of the lighting. That it was a bit dark. It was hard to see what happened to Marina and that she'd been blown away, basically. So keep in mind to, like, not make things too dark. You want the players to be able to see what's going on in your game. Aim. It's a man-eating plant! It's here to eat my mans! Not my mans! How dare you eat my mans? My mans are not for eating. Oogity boogity booty. Akkity buckety boo. Alright. Yes, hello. Snarling noise. Not coming to your party, thank you. Okay, so one of the things about this is that there's no need to fight battles. There's no reason to do so. You don't get shit from it. So why bother? Yeah, basically, why bother? Why bother? There's no reason to bother fighting at all. it's silly to fight. If like, you don't get anything from it. There's no reason to go up levels, because you can't go up levels. The fights are here just to pad the game out, seemingly, and to cause problems. It's like, there's no reason to even bother with doing it. So you might as well just avoid all of them as necessary. I mean, it says there's levels, but it doesn't... Why? There's obviously not. I'm not getting experience or anything. Oh, that was weird. Jittery. Nice map so far. Oh. Interesting. Oh, standing on the shelves. That's always a great little doobie thing to do. Okay. All this island has is that and that. That's odd. You have a storm close to the shore, yet no one's here. I can only think of two reasons. Either this was deserted a long time ago, or it's a stage of something. That depends on the reason that you came here. I presume you're the owner of this island, no? Indeed, I am impressed by your resolve. Considering your reason for coming here, it makes sense. You probably know it already. Your reputation precedes you, after all. Perhaps. Sadly, the myths do tend to make a legend out of an ant, however. It's worth the trouble if it gets us closer to what we want. I see. Then show me how far you will go. Oh, we've got to beat up an old man. Okay. It could be frail confidence. I didn't become a sailor just to look good. Guard. Okay, thank you. There we go. Get rid of the... Oh my fucking... Are you stupid? Guard. Skills. Shellbreaker, please. Thank you. Mystical, heal yourself. Wait, yes. There we go. Burst, big blast. Big fucking blast. And now attack. Bubble shot, lowers defense, make him fuse, freezes. Slow, stun, cause burn. Alright, so it's a sure thing that it freezes. Oh damn, she did not do a lot of damage. Ow! Oh god, okay. Well, freeze this fucker. Attack. Sandwich her. There you go. Oh, that did not heal anything almost. Okay, freeze him again. Oh, he didn't get froze. Alright, great. Stance, scorpion stance. Skills. Okay, heal yourself, girl. Ow. Sure, drink some juice. Heal, Miranda? Miranda? Stop that. Five HP? Really? That's... There we go. Credit where credit is due. You're valiant fighters. That was a little surprising, but you certainly can back up your reputation. I feel like the world is spinning. Now then, regarding your reason for coming here, I assume that the lady's condition is what brought you. Indeed, it all started when she broke a crystal that was spawning monsters. I see. That is very troubling. Marina, allow me. This should subside whatever got a hold of her for a while.
For a while?
The entity that you're speaking about isn't the easiest to explain. It is neither evil nor good. It depends on the person that it is attached to. That does sound like how one of her friends was also affected, albeit a lot earlier than her. Indeed. What do you mean? Eris, yes? As the entity is unpredictable, I cannot provide you with a clear answer. However, I can give you the information that you will need to keep it in check. I see. It is in your hands on what path she will take. It will be a long one, but I am confident that you will triumph. Hey, Sophie, may I talk to Marina privately?
Yeah, take your time. Is there something wrong?
Nothing. I want to see that you're alright.
I'm a little better.
Good to hear.
I'm still concerned about what's happening to me.
Can't blame you, but we're going in a better direction.
I hope so.
Just... whatever happens, let me know, okay?
Yes.
We got what we wanted, and yet it's not over. Gonna need to clear my mind and process everything. We're going into uncharted seas, and I'll need to be the anchor for both of them. It's always the seas where you find company, isn't it? Okay. Alright, okay. I have a few thoughts on this. Firstly, I'm going to start with something that I don't think you'll have an eye figured that I would say. The writing is very ambiguous as to what these characters' connections are. And it's a little weird, because you look at the characters and you'd assume, okay, so is this guy Marina's boyfriend, or is he the other girl's boyfriend, Sophia's boyfriend, or are they just friends, or are they just random people thrown together in circumstance? And it feels like it's such a weird dynamic, because it does feel like they're kind of friends and that they should know each other, but the way that they talk to each other, there's some weirdness. It doesn't feel like they actually know each other well, but it also feels like they kind of do. So there's some weirdness there. I think part of it might have been some of the writing, and I didn't hate the banter, right? Like, okay, so the way in battle, right, you have the little blurb stuff going on, and they sound like they know each other based on that, right? Like they've got a past history. But the way they interact, I don't know, there's something about it that feels like standoffish between them. Like there's no real sort of connectivity. I don't know, it's something, it's weird for me to harp on about this, right? This isn't like a major thing to point out, like the battles and whatnot, right? But it's just something that made me confused, which is why I'm sort of talking about it. Because I couldn't get a feel for the dynamic of the characters. And there's a lot of games out there that are a heck of a lot less polished, where I have a really decent idea of how the characters mesh together. And in this one, I have no idea. And I can't tell if that's because it's part of a small part of a larger story. But even then, okay, so I was playing a game yesterday, right? It was a demo. I just picked it up because I thought it looked cute. And they dropped us in chapter 2 of this demo. And I immediately picked up the connection between the different characters, despite the fact that I was missing a whole chunk of the story of how the characters met, how they got together, friendships and whatnot. I understood the dynamics of the characters between each other pretty quickly. And this game was not like, the writing wasn't anything to write home about. But you can usually get a feel for how characters, how they interact and how that relates to their relationships together. Antagonism, whether they're friends, whether they're enemies, whether they're going to be, I have no idea with these three. And it confused the hell out of me, and that's why I'm harping on about it. Second thing, did that puzzle have any relevance at all? Thirdly, I'll go back to secondly. I like to assume it did, but I don't know. I didn't try the door before I did the puzzle, and there was the switch around the back, so maybe just the switch did it? I have no idea, and it made no sense in relation to what we were doing. And the whole thing about, oh, there's 2 torches and stuff like that didn't come into play. I feel like that puzzle clue never came into play. So I'm very confused about that. Completely. It really feels like... Okay, I don't want to be mean. But it feels like it doesn't feel like it's part of a single game that was put together. Like, it doesn't feel like it's part of a bigger story. What it feels like is that you had an idea of like 3 different storylines and 3 different games and then melded and mashed them together, and they're not cohesive, and the whole parts were skipped. That's what it feels like. And I feel like it probably shouldn't feel that way, but it does. Battles. I mentioned this in the game while playing. There's no reason to do them. You could skip them. They're just padding. They're just filler. There was no reason. We didn't go up levels. We didn't get anything from them. Like, even if they dropped items for us, better healing items, that would have been fine. Also, the healing items stank. Give us a bit more juice for the buck, okay? Make those things give a bit more. Give us a bit more yummy yum with that, please. Like, healing 30 out of what? 170? That's not good. That's really bad. That's less than 25%. You want to at least get back as much as enemies are giving you per turn. Like, okay. A general decent idea for healing items, for low tier healing items, is at least 25% plus a little extra. That's a really decent amount. So I think one of the girls had like 150 HP. That means that 25% of that is 25 plus 15. Okay, so 30, which is what you got, plus extra. So I'd probably give like another 20 to 30 extra. So I'd probably make that a 60 heal. And if enemies are doing like 50 damage and then they hit your character 3 times, the same character, and that's 150 damage, that 60 is not going to heal that back up. And that's fine. You can make it 75, that's at least half the damage that they've done. And it's more likely that they're going to hit other characters on the next subsequent turns, right? But at least you're making a chunk up of the healing. But not so with this. You've got to heal even... Okay, so let's put it this way. Alright, here. This is how we put it. So, you've got 3 characters. If you spend all 3 of those turns trying to heal back the damage that one character took, and it still doesn't heal back all the damage that they took, that's bad balance. That's bad bang for your buck. If 3 enemies hit for 50 each on a character, and so they took 150 damage, and then each character spent their turn for the next round healing, and it didn't fill up the 150 or more, and it should be or more, then that's really bad healing juju. That's really bad healing juju. That didn't even fill up. That fills up 90. Maybe 110. Depending on fluctuation. That's not good. Ideally, 2 characters should be able to fill up completely and a little bit more how much was taken. Ideally. That's around the range you kind of want to do. If you've got 4 characters, yeah. Like, even the healing spell wasn't doing that much. Yeah. So, look at that. Look at that a bit. The balance. And the reason for fights. Like, fights can be a challenge to overcome, but you've got to give some sort of reward to the player for engaging in that time. You can't just have it be like, okay, here's a bunch of enemies, fight them. Not in a game that's like story driven or an RPG where exploration and looking around is, part of the game. Like, if you're doing a boss rush, okay, that's fine. But you know what you signed on for that, right? If you're doing an RPG, you're looking for story, you're looking for loot, you're looking for, exploration, you're looking for treasure. The good stuff. So, if you're plonked on an island and then basically allowed to explore, you're going to expect some sort of treasure here or there, like even an upgrade to weapon or armor, or even some extra healing items that are better healing items, that kind of stuff, to reward the players for actually looking around. This felt like it could have been a visual novel. Honestly, didn't need any battles, didn't need any gameplay. It could have just been a visual novel and have done the same exact thing. Yeah. Alright. I don't want you to feel down. I did like the music's great. The mapping is pretty good. The battle visuals and the way that the battles play themselves, apart from the balance issue with the items and healing, is pretty decent. Like, I like the idea of breaking the gauge and armor in order to go through and deal extra damage. I liked gaining SP as you attack and stuff like that. That's all good. Maybe the SP gain could have been a little bit higher, but otherwise, yeah, I liked it. It just had a few things that I felt needed to be explored a bit more, or added onto a bit more. Anyway, if you like the look of this game and you want to try it for yourself or keep an eye on where it goes in the future, check out the link in the description below and give the dev some love. Until next time, I'll see you. Have a good day. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next game. Bye, guys.